Of people who are actually afraid to come forward to get the vaccine shot. Undocumented immigrants who fear that getting vaccinated could ultimately lead to them being deported. ABC Action News in-depth reporter Anthony Hill today speaking with undocumented immigrants about their concerns and is digging deeper to find out if the government plans on deporting them after getting this life-saving vaccine.
With the COVID-19 vaccine now available, many people in the Bay Area are jumping at the opportunity to get vaccinated. The virus has had a huge negative impact on our country, especially here in Florida. We've had nearly 2 million cases of COVID-19 in the state, and we've buried more than 28,000 people. And while the medical community is in a rush against time to get as many people vaccinated as possible, there is one group of people who feel forgotten about. Many undocumented immigrants in the Bay Area say they fear deportation if they come forward for the life-saving vaccine. Plant City is home to many undocumented migrant workers, so I decided to go there and speak with them about their concerns. I'm not revealing the identities of the workers I spoke with because of their immigration status, and I've translated their comments and dubbed their voices. This is one undocumented immigrant I spoke with from Mexico. She's lived in Florida for 20 years with her husband. I asked her if her community has received enough information about the vaccine. She says they haven't, causing many undocumented immigrants to assume the worst.
We're afraid because we don't know if they will come to trick us with the vaccine in order to deport us.
She said she and her husband have already had the deadly virus. Another undocumented immigrant from Honduras told me he's not afraid to come forward to get vaccinated, but he could understand why many in his community are.
My opinion about the vaccine and the people who are afraid of being deported because they are going to have problems with the law is that we Hispanics lack information.
Ángel Marcial is pastor of Iglesia Vertical in Largo. Many of the people in his congregation are undocumented, which makes ministering not just to their spirits, but to their health more complicated.
We still recommend that they get the vaccine, but the fear in them for a government that will pursue them by their papers is definitely imminent.
The more people that are vaccinated, the less likely it is that this virus is going to be able to jump from person to person.
Dr. Jason Salemi from USF Health telling me why we need everyone to get vaccinated, regardless of residential status.
And ultimately what that means for your common person is the more people that are vaccinated, the sooner it is that we can return to some semblance of normalcy, the fewer number of people that we're going to see in the hospital, and the fewer number of our loved ones that we're going to hear are dying on a daily basis due to this pandemic.
The Pew Research Center estimates there are about 775,000 undocumented immigrants living right here in Florida, many of whom are even more at risk of contracting the virus because they tend to be essential workers and lack health care.
They should not be afraid for a number of reasons. One, their personal health. Two, the health of the nation.
This is Raul Fernandez, a local immigration attorney, and he says undocumented immigrants should not be afraid to come forward to take the vaccine when possible.
Biden's not going to deport people for getting a vaccine. I can tell you that. This government, they got a lot of things to do, but just morally, they're not like that.
In fact, the Department of Health Services posted this statement saying they support equal access to the COVID-19 vaccine to undocumented immigrants and that ICE officials will not conduct enforcement operations at or near vaccine distribution sites. And though the federal government says they have no interest in deporting people who get vaccinated, many advocates of the undocumented immigrant community say Florida's ID requirement will prevent a lot of people here in the Bay Area from receiving that life-saving vaccine. In Tampa, I'm in-depth reporter Anthony Hill, ABC Action News.